Hello everyone. Now I decided to do this outside because it's such a lovely day, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to see alright because it is very bright. So I'm going to go ahead, just start a little bit early just so I can add some of you in, so just bear with me while I do that. So what I'm going to be doing today is, you'll notice we've had a few new lines lately. We've had Imagination Crafts as our most recent brand. We've bought in some of their paints, waxes. There is a texture paste. I'm not going to actually use that today, just because I've already got things open and I don't actually need to use texture paste today. But it's a really great size, so it's good value for money, and I've been told by Kasha on the design team that it's her favourite. So do check that out as well. So we've got paints, waxes and sprays from them. We're also going to be using some of the shimmerz items, which we have got different ink sprays, paints, and got me thinking now, something else, different paints and waxes, different types. Also from shimmerz we've got a few stencils. Yes, I am going to be using stencil today, I lie. So we'll go ahead and get started in a minute. Let's just invite a few of you. So it's absolutely glorious day today. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I just thought I need to make something and I need to be outside. So I hope you're also having a lovely day. It's fantastic weather. It's breezy. I can't stand it when it's too dry. It really makes me ill and panicky. I don't like it. But this is lovely. So, not sure I'll be saying that when I'm sat on the bus later off to the post office. But hey ho. Right, let's see. Oh, hello Auntie Lynn. Not seen you here before. That's my Auntie Lynn. Okay, shall we go ahead and get started? It's not quite 1 yet. Let's just wait till 1 o'clock. Anyone else is going to join us? So all I'm going to be doing is a little canvas. I'm keeping it small because, you know, we'd be here till Christmas if I did a big one. I don't want to bore you to death. So I'm just going to do a little one. We're going to be going really colourful today. I've been working with the masculine kit, which I love. I do love that as well. I love grunginess and darks and metallics. But I thought, this lovely sunshine, I need to do something really colourful today. And the items I'm using will let me do that. So we're almost one. Hi Gwen. Right, let's go ahead and get the camera set up. Just to check you can see me okay. Right, I've got Mum to keep the camera this way, otherwise it makes it funny how you can see it, I think. Now, Gwyn, can you see that okay? I'm hoping the light's not too bright. Can you see this white square is what you need to be looking at? Is that going to be okay? Hopefully so. Right. I think that you can see okay. So it's a bit shadowy, isn't it? Maybe when I sit down it'll be better. Let's bring you a bit closer. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Okay, so I'm going to sit down so I can't read your comments now, but I will stand up every so often so I can catch your comments. So I'll just show you some of the products first. There's lots of different items we've got. So, okay, let's go through shimmerz first. There's two types of ink sprays that I've got. The Vibes is the shimmery one, and I hope you can see that. This is mustard seed. The shimmer in it is amazing. You can see it dancing around. It's like Heidi Swap. So it's really, really shimmery. There's also a flat which is colourings. I'm going to be using creamies, which they come dry in a pot and you add water to them yourself. I've put some water in there to get that going. There are inklings, I think they're called, which are already pre-mixed ones you can also get. There is some other shimmerz products I've got, but it's totally jumped off my mind. Hi Kerry. I've got a stencil. I already had this. I bought it at a show, and I've been looking to get Imagination Crafts for a while, ever since I saw their stencils. So this is one you can get. This is QWERTY. There's two other ones we've got at the moment. Really great quality stencils. I'm going to use one of their ink sprays. Their ink sprays are flat colour. There's no shimmer in them. And then the Starlight paints, which is very shimmery, and Starlight wax, which is also very shimmery. Oh, I forgot there was a lid on there. I do find the lid's a little awkward. So they're really, really soft, and they have the same shimmer in as the paints. So we're going to use those alongside a host of other things. So I've just grabbed various bits and bobs. I've got wooden bits, chipboards, some ephemera, some metals, some resins, some cork pieces. I've just grabbed all sorts of bits and bobs because as I said to you, I'm on a mission to use up my stash. So I've grabbed all sorts of bits. And then I've got some fabrics and flowers to embellish in this bag here on the end. So before I add some texture, I'm going to go ahead with the stencil. Let's choose this bit. Now, I don't normally tape down my stencil, but because I'm going to use ink through it, which is obviously much thinner than a texture paste, I would like that to stay nice and still. So I am going to tape this down today. I didn't bring my masking tape out because I wasn't going to stencil originally. So I'll just use some of this medical tape that I bought out, that I like to use for texture, if I can cut it. There we go. So let's just put that there, and we'll pop a bit over here. Okay. I will try and use this tape after, so I don't waste it. Okay, so let's see. Let's use both. So this is Vibes Mustard Seed, so these are the shimmery ones. And then we're going to use the Imagination Crafts. This is Magenta. Ooh, that's a nice colour. And let's just put a bit more of that one. Okay. Now, there's a lot of ink on there. So, actually what I will do to save wasting all that ink, I've got a tag here. I'm going to just dip the tag in all that. We don't want to waste all that. We get a nice reverse print instead. That's a lot of ink there. Ooh, that shimmer. There's shimmer in there. Lovely. So we'll put that to one side. Now I'll use a baby wipe just to get that excess off. Okay, and let's see what we've got. Oh, yeah, I did that far too wet. Far too wet and far too close. No problem. Oh, actually, I don't know. Once you tap that away, that's not actually that bad. Right, what I will do, I'll fill in some of the yellow. Like that. Then we'll dry this. I had the ink spray far too close and I got that far too wet. But you can see here that nice stencil. So let me dry it a little bit. Let's get rid of this. Let's try. Oh, and we got lots of people joining. Oh, hi, Josie, Debbie. Oh, Josie and Debbie. Hello. Just to add, the canvas board that I'm using is pre-gessoed. So it's already got gesso on. So if yours hasn't, pop some gesso on. So you're going to waste that ink. So that looks pretty nice. So let's try again with our stencil. Let's go there and we'll stand a bit further away. Whoops. That's better. There we go. See, now we've got nice numbers. Hi Vicky. That looks quite nice. And then up here we'll use that red, pinky reddy colour again. Wherever I put it. There it is, it's fell down. Whoops. Okay, there we go. That's looking nice. So you can keep layering that up till you're happy. Let's do a little bit down here in the pink. Okay. Now let's move that out of the way and just use this ink. As I say, I don't want to waste all that. That's nice colours. I'm just putting this onto a tag. This is that Tim Holtz tags that we've got. And you see these beautiful colours. We've got the shimmer in the mustard colour coming through and that lovely bold of the magenta colour. Very nice. Right, and we'll wipe this off and we'll keep this. So it's got lots of yummy colour on it. Okay, so let's get rid of our stencil. That will get washed properly later. I just put them in hot soapy water and that will get rid of the rest of that. Okay, so rid of that. Let's bring back our canvas. So that's looking pretty good already. Nice and bold. And I like the tones it's created where the two are blended. Different layers there. That's really nice. So you can mix ink sprays, you don't have to stick to one brand. And like here I've used a shimmery and a flat one, and that actually looks really nice together. Right, so that's fairly dry. Okay, let's start with some texture now. So I thought out all sorts of things. So let's have a bit of lace firstly. So I've got my trusty 3D gloss gel. You can use any glue or gels that you're happy with. Just want to make sure that it's reliable and it's not going to come off again. If it does that, then that's fine. Use which one you like. This is just my preference. I said before that we seem to be having a bit of issue getting Prima stocks at the moment, which I suspect is to do with the release at Michael's. But I have got some on order, so as soon as we can we'll get those in. I don't know why I'm closing that, we need that. So I've got some more lace in orange, let's have some of that as well. Let's run that here. And I'll trim off the excess later when it's dry. So this will dry clear but with a gloss. So there's also a matte version which I am going to get hold of because it would make much more sense to use matte. I've got this like almost cobwebby material. Let's have a chunk of that. Let's stick that down. So I'm just building up lots of layers. It's very easy, as you can see. There's no science to it. Just got play till you're happy. There. I'm gonna need to give my hands a good wash before I go to work tomorrow. I've murdered someone. Right, so that's enough of that. I'm happy with that. So let's look at the other elements I brought out. So I've got some old chipboard shapes. Now I'm going to coat these in gesso, so I don't really care what colour they are at the moment. I was more interested in the shape. So I've got this flower. They're quite old, so I'm going to just stick some gel on as well. What else have I got here? This little butterfly. Let's have him. Now if we've got time we'll do another one of these. We'll see how we go. Got some cork shapes. Shall we have some of that? Let's pop that in. Got little butterflies in here as well. I think this was Shimmerz's fault. She did a lovely, really nice layout the other day with butterflies all over it and very bright and everything, and it made me want to do something similar. So this is a resin flower. What else have we got here? I've got this butterfly, but it's too big. It's really pretty though. This wooden butterfly, but he's too big for this. Now I've added all those bits. So what else have we got? It's got this ampersand sign. Let's put that in. And let's look at the metal pile now, because these can go in amongst everything. So you just need to, this is why I like gel, when you're building these layers you'll need to fill in those gaps so things sit flat. That's why I prefer a gel to like a glue or something, because it's easier to get in the little nooks and crannies kind of thing. Is that how you say it? Nooks and crannies? That didn't sound right. Let's have some of these round things. Slot that in under there. That's the one. So don't worry about the colours at the moment, so we're going to cover up the colour. Okay, it's starting to look quite nice. and then when we're happy with that, we'll gesso that. Okay, that looks good. I'm happy with that at the moment. I'm sure we have this one as well. Let's have one more of these little metal bits. So I just have a big box of these. I just get them off things like eBay, Amazon, AliExpress, that kind of thing. Okay, let's give it a quick dry so we can hold it in place a bit better when we cover it in gesso. So let's shut this for now. Hi Gillian. Hello, are you sure you like the scissors? I think now, I can't remember who it was with. Oh, I feel really bad now. There was a lady that we did a swap once when we were in the Miami admin team together, and I'm so sorry, but I can't remember who it was. And we did a swap, and she made me lots of lovely Alice in Wonderland things, and that was in there, I'm sure. And I had to keep it. So I'm just giving this a dry, not bone dry, but enough that everything's going to stay in place. I'm just going to wipe a bit of this away here. I'll be careful with the metals. When you're heating the metals, obviously they get hot. So just be careful when you touch those. Okay, that'll do. Right, now what I've got here is white gesso. So you can use black gesso as well. But the effect when you add paint afterwards will be different. So it's just something to think about. Obviously, if you put a darker colour underneath, the colours are gonna, if they're see-through, like transparent colours, like inks, like these, we can see the layers, they will have that black tone behind them. Which means if you use a flat colour, they might not show up as well. And then if you use a shimmery colour, they will show up even, the shimmer will show even better. So just thinking about that, you can blend it as well. I love watching Finnabear, and she tends to use a lot of, she tries to create natural light on her work by having light and dark areas with the gesso, which I really like that effect. So yeah, but as this is, I want this to be bright, sort of summery feel. The stencil's trying to blow away. Let's rescue that. Yeah, I thought I would just go with white gesso today, so I'm more about the colour today. So I'm coating all those bits I've just added with gesso, so we're taking that colour away so we can add our own colours. And don't go too thick with this stuff. This is heavy gesso, so you don't need lots. It's very, very thick. Otherwise it's going to take a long time to dry, and the likelihood is you won't dry it properly, and then when you start adding your colours on top, it's going to go all smushy and mixed together and not nice. So don't put too much on, just to cover it. You're just creating a surface for that ink or paint or whatever it is to stick to. Okay, so that's covered all that. Let's give that a dry. Okay, I think it's because I'm outside, my heat gun's overheated, Well, we won't give that a dry then. We'll just wait a minute. So while we're waiting a minute, we shall look at what we're going to add next. So I've got the Imaginations Starlights metallic paints. So they're extremely shimmery. This is fuchsia. So let's open this up. This is going to be one of those I need to stab. Oh, no, that's coming out. Okay, so be careful when you open these. They're very full. As I have just discovered. Let's add that to my lovely baby wipe of magical colours. I look like candy floss now. Look at me. Oh dear, that's going to take a bit of getting off, isn't it? Whoops. Okay, so we're going to have that. And we've got the Creamies Power to the Purple. So is this going to work? No, it doesn't want to work. Okay, let's see, are we dry enough? Let's just get a bit kitchen roll. That's not a problem, it just means obviously if it's wet it's going to mix with the white, so it'll dull the colour a bit, so you might need a second layer, that's all. Okay, so I'm going to use an aqua brush for the creamies. Before I started the video I just popped a bit of water in there, left it for about 15 minutes to get it going. You can see it's all lovely and creamy now. So I'm going to go in over everything, and I'm going to also add the pink, so I'm not going to fully cover this. You can see where the gesso is a bit wet still. I think it is time for a new heat gun soon, unfortunately. Keeps overheating a lot lately. I better order myself a new one. And I may go back in with a little bit of the ink sprays that we used at the beginning as well, I think. So there's a bit of the purple. Let's get a paintbrush for this lovely pink paint. So I'm just going to put a bit in the cap here. Look at that shimmer. Oh, mix that. Wow, really shimmery. So you need barely anything of this. It's so shimmery. So I'm just going to drip this all over here. And then there's something going to go on top here yet. So don't worry about this shape here. So sparkly. I like sparkly things. Go on to some of this fabric in the background. I'm just mixing it with a little bit of water, that's all. Okay, and let's just do a bit more of the purple in areas. Just bring that back in. So they're very, very creamy. Well, that's what they're called, isn't it? Creamies? Yep, they are true to their word. They are creamy. They're lovely. Really thick. Okay, I'm just going to stand up and see if we've got any comments from you all before I get too involved. Let's have a look. No, we're okay still. Okay, is it gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. Okay, so we'll have to leave that to dry for a little bit. So while that's drying a minute, let's see what we're gonna add on top. So we've got all our colour, texture going on. We want something. Should we have this butterfly? This big one? I think so. That looks good. We've got these bramble fox flares, which were from our, I want to say, second kit, Life in Full Colour. Is that our second kit? Gosh, it's been 6 kits already. So this one says Live Life in Technicolor. So I think that's pretty good. So we're going to have that. We're going to have that. We need a word. I've got these shimmerz stickers which go with the Glitter Girl collection. I thought these might go nice. So we'll spell a word with them, I think. So because I've watered it down, it is fairly dry. No, the heat gun just doesn't want any of it. So we'll have to be very careful and just add these on top of that wet stuff. Palette knife. There we go. So I'll add these and then we'll see what it's kind of missing. Want that there. My skin is really dry at the moment, so all that ink I just got on top, that's not happening. Flowers. I need flowers. Right, so in my bag of flowers. I've got. You love flowers. Just looking at some of the new Prima ones to get in for summer. So I've got a new range which has lovely tropical flowers in, which I thought would be perfect for you all for summer. So I'm going to get some of those on my next order. Sit that there. What else have we got? These too big. I think these are too big. Let's have a look. Is that too big? Maybe up there it's not. Small. No, that's too big. Let's have a smaller one. Okay, that looks good. Maybe a couple of small flowers. No, that's enough flowers. Okay, now word. It's missing its word. What does it need a word with that badge? Life in. No, I think. Is that okay? Or do we want a small word? Word or no word? Maybe love. Life. Love. We could have BU. What about that? Smile. Smile. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if that fits though. These are quite big. Whoop, hit my head on the camera. I don't know about that. What do you think? Let's bring in the gold. Yeah, let's go for that. Just tie these two parts together by having that goldy colour. I'm just going to pop a bit of glue on because of the ink on the background to make sure these stick. Okay, and then I think I'll finish. We've got the wax to use, which I kind of needed that to be more dry for, but that's okay. Now this waxes I found tend to be quite hard. But this is so creamy. It really is lovely. So I'm just going to brush a little bit of gold, oops, over all those elements in the background that we had, just to bring them out a little bit more. Maybe on there though. Give them a bit more sparkle, and it also ties in that gold colour as well. So these are the loveliest waxes. I do love primers, but you probably get half or maybe even a third of these, and these are so soft, you just need the tiniest touch. So yeah, I do like these. I think I'll be using more of these. Now I'm going to put some on the flowers as well. Just being careful because they are not dry to the canvas yet. So just touches on the edges. Maybe put on there. And I'm going to go around the border of the canvas as well with the wax. I need to trim this little bit of lace off. I'm just using the tiniest amount of this wax. So it's so creamy, you don't need very much. Yeah, I will be definitely using the waxes, and I'm very impressed with the colours, the ink sprays of both Shimmerz and the Starlight's Imaginations. Okay, is it done? Shall we have a couple of splatters? Let's use this reddy colour. Well, it's not red, is it? It's magenta, sorry, not fuchsia. I called it fuchsia. There is a fuchsia, but this isn't it. So let's do it onto the flowers. Let's have a bit of the mustard as well. And then just to finish, I'll get a little bit of gesso. The paintbrush is dirty. And just some gesso splatters. Okay, it's done. What time are we? I have no idea. Okay. Yes, Gillian, those are the waxes you've got. There are different colours. There is one other colour that isn't on the website at the moment because it was out of stock, so I'm waiting to get that in. So I really like this. I'm very happy. I feel very summery now. And I better clear up, I suppose, before I go out, as I've made lots of mess. So thank you for watching. Hope you like that. Any questions about any of the products or any techniques, anything at all, even a random question, please do just pop a comment below or message me, message a page, anything at all. I will get back to you. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.